Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be ranking all the items indoors. Before we get started, let's go over some rules. First, only items that can actually be in your inventory. So not including any of the lotus petals or the keys. And I'll only discuss items that are actually still in the game. So not that tablet thing or whatever it was called. And no super hard mode item. Please like and subscribe. It would mean a lot. So now let's get started. First, we have D tier. Items that do almost nothing. At last place, we have number 33, Donut. Its only use is to either get an achievement, and I think it also heals you, but I'm not sure. And it's incredibly rare. That's why it's at the bottom of the list. 32, Jeff's Tip Jar. This item barely saved itself from the bottom, because you have to get this item to get the Rift Jar. Nothing else to really say here. Number 31, Laser Pointer. I'm pretty sure everyone expected this to be low, but it's basically useless, other than it having it to be used to see during the Gloombat rooms. Number 30, Candle. This is a really bad item that used to be good, but it got nerfed to the ground. And it's basically useless unless you have a lighter or if a fire's nearby. The only upside of this is that it can be turned into the Moonlight Candle, which is a much better item. Now we have C tier. Items that barely do anything or get outshined by another item. 29, Cheese. A bad item that you can only get from Louis and barely heals that much. 28, Bread. This item is only above cheese because it can also spawn in the outdoors, even if it's very rare. It also has a badge. That's all I have to say because it heals the same as cheese, I think. 27, Green Soda. An item that got saved from the bottom because it helps you see a little bit in the dark. It's not much, and the green is a bit annoying, but it goes in C tier for now. 26, Lighter. An early game item that barely gives any light. Sure, it's debatable on if it should be down here, but I think it's right to be in this spot. 25, Strap Light. An item that everyone says sucks. Be surprised it made it to the top 25. But, from what I noticed, is that the Gloombats don't target you if you don't hold the strap light for some reason. I'm pretty sure this is a bug, but if you don't believe me, just look at the footage of it not working right here. Because of this, it's up here. The only downside of this is that I can't get the Crucifix badge, and I still haven't gotten it. Next is B tier. Not bad items, but they do their job. 24, Lantern. This is literally just a lighter, but better. Like, it has more durability. But the only downside is, if it gets into the water, you just have to wait for it to dry off before you can turn it on again. 23, Clock. This item is mostly used against the figure to lure him to other places. But what most people don't know, you can use it against Dread in two different ways. First is to know when he's coming, which is the obvious thing to do. But the second is to activate AFK mode, which makes Dread not appear. To activate this, you look at a clock long enough to have the timer stop, and you can do whatever you want IRL. As long as Screech doesn't get you. But if you stop looking, AFK mode turns off, and Dread starts approaching again. The only reason why it's so low, because you can do this with literally any clock in the hotel. 22, Lockpick. This item is used to unlock doors if you don't want to find the key, and to unlock different locked chests or locked lockers. You can also use it to enter the rooms. 21, Compass. This item is pretty good, especially when you have to deal with dupe. Other than that, it's not that bad. 20, Smoothie. Can be found during the hotel. Unlike the bread and the cheese, it's pretty common and heals pretty good. 19, Moonlight Candle. It's the candle, but better in every way. Like better light, it doesn't need to be lit, it detects entities again, you can use it in fire damp rooms, and it has infinite battery. But it has low range and Gloombats hurt you if you hold it. 18, Rift Jar. It's a rift in a jar. What else can I say? You can rift a rare item you find instantly, I guess. Overall, pretty good. 17, Gummy Flashlight. This item is an infinite light source, which is really good to have, especially in the mines. But the bulk light is basically an infinite light source, especially with lots of batteries. And you have to go through the rooms, and the rooms is a nightmare. And also, it runs out pretty fast, and the light isn't that good. 16. Flashlight. You might be wondering why the flashlight is higher than the gummy flashlight. Well, because batteries are almost everywhere. So, it basically feels like the flashlight has infinite battery, and its light is much better than the gummy flashlight. It might not be as common, but at least you don't have to go to the rooms to get it. 15. Vitamins. This item can speed you up if you use it, which is pretty good, especially in a game like this, because speed means everything between life and death. If rush is coming and you don't have enough time to get to a closet, use a vitamin. If Seek is catching up to you, use a vitamin. Pretty simple. 14. Vial of Starlight. This is basically the vitamins, but better. You can hold 5 of them, and it gives you some shield to survive against entities. The only bad thing is that you have to go through the back door to get it. 13. Shears. Shears can be very useful, especially in the mines and the outdoor. But in the hotel, you don't really see it until basically 90. And the shears is the reason you can actually enter the outdoors. So I think it deserves its spot here. Next is A tier. Very good items that are almost essential for a run. 12. Skeleton Key. The skeleton key is very important to getting to subfloors, except the back door. It can also open the Herb of Virus. I think that's how you say it. And also those rare rift rooms. So it deserves its spot up here in A tier. 11. Glow Stick. Now you might be wondering why this is so high and why this is above Skeleton Key. But think about it. This one item can stack up all the way to 10, which is a lot. It's really common, and they can basically light up an entire room, especially in the hotel. 10. Battery Pack. This item can be used in lots of ways. You can share batteries, or you can use it for yourself, so it deserves this spot. 9. Multi-Tool. This item is very useful for obvious reasons, because this item is shears and lockpicks combined, which could really explain why it's so high. 8. Bulk Light. This is the flashlight put on steroids. It is insane how far this can go. It almost has infinite battery life, and it gets even more if you pair it with the battery pack, which is most likely the case. So I think it deserves the 8th spot. 7. Bandage Pack. This might surprise you that it's this far up, but it could prove it's really useful. The best part is, you can just heal on the go with 10 bandages. You can just make it to full health instantly. This is especially handy in Door 200. Unlike any other boss doors, it doesn't instant kill you if you get hit, so it's really useful there. Number 6. Bottle of Starlight. Just like I said with the bulk light, it's just a vial of Starlight on steroids. It gives you so much more health, and it makes you so much more faster, and it lasts longer. Although, the only downside is, you have to go through the back door, which is already hard enough, and you have to get 100 gold. Now finally, S tier. Items that help the player immensely when playing. Number 5. Moonlight Floats. If you remember what the guidance candy can do in the Halloween event, then you know why this is so high up. I'm pretty sure it also lasts longer too. The only actual downside is that you have to get the smoothie all the way up to the rift. Although if you have the rift jar for some reason, you can instantly get the Moonlight Float. So I think it deserves S tier. By the way, in the Door 100 figure chase, for some reason, if you use it, figure just falls through the ground, which is super funny. Number 4. Aloe. Even though you can't legitimately get this in the game, it is on the admin panel, so I'm counting it. And if you know what this does, I'm pretty sure you know why it's all the way up here. It heals you all the way to full HP, which is really good. Number 3. Crucifix. I'm pretty sure you all seen this coming. I don't really need to explain it, but you can just eradicate almost every entity in the game with this. Number 2. Jug of Starlight. This item is right here because it's the best speed boost in the game. You get so much health, and you get so much speed, and it lasts for so long. The best part is, you can use it 4 times. The only downside is that you have to get through A1000, which takes hours. So you better hope you don't die with this one, or else you're gonna have to go through hours of the rooms again just to get it back. And the item taking number 1 spot is, number 1, the lotus flower. This is one of the newest items in the game, but it's basically like a checkpoint, which is really insane. And getting 8 petals to Grampy isn't actually that hard. You just gotta explore a lot. So I think it deserves first place on this tier list. Well, that was my tier list. I hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe, and good. Hold up. You thought that was it? Really? If you noticed, there were some ranked items in my inventory when I was showing the items. So you know what that means. Mini ranked items tier list. I'm obviously going to go through this fast, so get ready. 9, bomb. To be honest, this item is probably one of the weakest out of the bunch. It has a huge timer and barely has any range. 8, prop. Throwable prop isn't that bad because you can actually aim and hit people immediately. Can be pretty good if you need to get into a locker really fast. Just hit the person about to get into the locker and steal it for yourself. One of the downsides is that it makes you pretty slow. 7, not back bomb. Basically the bomb knocks everyone back. Pretty useful if you want to get ahead in the bunch. You played ranked mode, right? 6, nanner. Basic healing item. What else can I say? Oh wait, it turns into a nanner peel. We're going to talk about that in a sec, but not right now. 5, big bomb. Bomb, but better. Has a much bigger explosions, so you can more reliably hit people. 4, nanner peel. The nanner peel can make anyone slip, which is actually pretty good if you want to get ahead. 3, gun. Do I even need to explain why this is so high? 2, stop sign. This is just A90 in one click. You can hit someone straight on for a guaranteed A90 attack, but it only hits one person. If you're smart enough, as rush is coming, you can use the A90, and A90 will hit everyone that's about to get into a closet because it thinks it's moving, so it can be pretty useful there. Number 1, box. Hide from any entity anywhere, and it has no hide, so instant ambush repellent. So it's pretty obvious why it's all the way up here, or first place. So that was everything. If you made it this far, comment below what's the next tier list I should make. And if you think I got something wrong, comment down below. But just remember, this is my opinion. So like, comment, and subscribe. Goodbye.
Huh.